Good afternoon. Today's video is short and probably sweet, but it could save you a lot of heartache and aggravation down the road. There was a thread yesterday on dnforum.com from a user named Dorkside, and his issue was that he had forgotten to remove some back orders at pool.com, and it may have been, I don't know, 6 months or a year ago or whatever it was. And then when it came around recently, the names were available, so Pool went ahead and grabbed the names because they're available and charged him about $4,000 for the registrations of these names. Now, it's nothing against Pool. I've had the same thing happen to me once where I did a couple of things and they were both my fault. So again, it's nothing against Pool, where I put in a whole bunch of traffic names one day that I was going after, and they didn't make a lot of sense. They weren't generics or anything, and I forgot about them, and I didn't update my back order list. And a year or two later, I got a bill from Pool saying that congratulations, you got all these names, and it was a whopper of a bill. So I did that, and then the other mistake I made with domain backordering was one time I put in about, I don't know, maybe 10 or 15 names for backordering, and three or four of them were actually available for registration, and I guess I didn't check, and Pool went ahead and registered them for me and charged me $60 per name for fresh regs. Again, not blaming Pool, that was my fault. Both of these instances are users' fault, but they do cost a lot of money if you make that mistake. So to be very clear, I'm sure this isn't a case of just with Pool. It's just that's what happened to come out in the DN forum thread yesterday, and it happened to me as well. It was a few years ago that this happened to me, probably about 6 or 7, but I've since learned to make sure that I'm always checking and updating my back order list and deleting them so that it's always exactly what I want. So just for your own sake, check back orders at anywhere that you back order them, and remove them regularly, and make sure that you only have back ordered what you may want for that week or a couple weeks, or if you want to back order something like all the two-letter.coms or two-letter.cas or something else, then okay, then that's okay to keep those in there. Or if you're into a specific niche, but don't keep a whole bunch of names in there, because one day you may get a big bill. And hopefully this helps out a lot of people. Again, it's nothing against Pool. It's just where it happened to me, and it also happened to this guy, the Dark Side from DN Forum. But it was not Pool's fault. It was user error on every occasion. So again, check your back orders. Make sure that they're accurate and that you want your back orders to be there. Otherwise, delete all of them and save yourself a lot of headaches, because who knows, you may wake up with a big bill one day for some names that you wanted at one time but may not want now. But obviously, if they're generics and you want the generics, leave the generics in there, and that'll be it. So I hope you learn from this, as I did from making the first mistake, and this is one of the mistakes that I made that I'm trying to warn you so that you don't have the same issues. Have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow.